After taming the massive spider and moving onward, the orcs had seen another of Kroms' encampments. Little did Ugga and his warband know that another trap had been set and Krom was nowhere to be seen. He'd left Tenyet to do his bidding. She had recruited the help of yet another ally in the Beastkin and their shaman. He had warped the mind of a mountain Gorgon and forced it to charge down into the valley towards Ugga and his Fangs.
Oh, looks like it's gonna be a lovely day, boys. Bring it on! Work!
Right then, so the Untamed Beasts / Beasts of Chaos for this battle. They've gained assistance, or Kroms gained assistance from the Beasts of Chaos, and the Great Grey Shaman, Thukka Tumnus, the Beast Caller, aka Mr. Tumnus. And he's going to be the ally alongside my second ally, since it's narrative, is going to be, we have the Sorceress Lord that's been hired by Krom to go and fight this battle for him, because he's a wimp. He's been running away with that totem and she's come out to fight this battle with him. And the two sorcerers together, the Great Grey Shaman and her, that is Tenyet, Truth Speaker, back for a second battle. Those two sorcerers there have basically tamed and almost twisted the mind of this Gorgon from the mountains and just made him rampage down through the mountains and into the swampland to surprise the Bone Splitters and the Fang of Gorkamorka for this second convergence battle. So I've got a Gorgon, we've got Tenyet, Truth Speaker, a Chaos Sorceress Lord, we've got a Great Break Shaman, the Thukka Tumnus, the Beast Caller. Then we've got I think it's a Prey Taker with the Axe. Then we've got 3 Plains Runners just to bulk out the warband a bit, because it's obviously a lot of points going into the monsters and the allies this game. Obviously, I don't technically have a leader this battle, so I'm going to make the leader Tenyet, the Chaos Sorceress. Because of it being narrative based, we're not really pulling on strings like that, so she's going to count as the leader of this battle in terms of killing the leader out if you want to do that. And if I end up using any rune marked abilities for leaders, it's going to be her. Okay, and that's also going to be my battle groups before we go on to check out the Bone Splitters. So we've got Dagger, Shield and Hammer there for me. Right now, so what we got going here?
Okay, in the Shield, Ugga, and the Fang of Gork and the Totem of Gork.
Got Good Dog.
And then in the Dagger,
yeah,
Good Dog, and the Totem of Mork.
Okay.
The Fang of Mork is having another rest.
And then your Hammer.
And then my Hammer is Charlotte, the Spider.
Okay, interesting. So she's in there, she's come from a web, obviously.
The guys with the totems, they're behind poking at, God, get Charlotte.
Get Charlotte out there. And she's going to be up against this massive Gorgon, so we'll see how that goes. But my points come to 985, and Alan's obviously he's got more points to be able to use due to his
they come to exactly
territories.
1150, which
1150.
is how many I have with my dominated territories.
Okay, and then we're going to show you the table setup now, and obviously what the game plan is for today. Right then, so the battle for today is going to be Vantage Point. So as you can see, the battlefield's nicely set out. The Untamed Beasts, or whoever has been here before, have found this tower which they consider to be a good vantage point, and they've built like a crow's nest in the top here. The boardwalks and whatnot just in wood just placed together on the top of this tower. And there's going to be an objective bang in the middle of the table, which is going to be on top of the tower here, in the middle of it. And the objective basically is seize the high ground. So the players roll off and the winner places one objective. We've just placed it narratively in the middle. I think it's better that way. And it has to be above the battlefield floor on some sort of platform, which we've done. The battle ends after 3 battle rounds. When the battle ends, the player that controls the objective wins the battle. So this is going to be very interesting. It means obviously that the monsters won't be able to control it because they can't fit up there, so that's a nice thing. The monsters are going to have to be on the battlefield floor just fighting it out. And then we're going to have to get our men up on top there to actually get on. I think it's going to be probably about a 6-inch climb up there. There are no negatives to movement this game, which I thought would be a bit harsh here, so I've thrown in the twist Rainstorm of Gairan, which is you can use an ability for a double healing rains, remove a number of damage points allocated to this fighter equal to the value of the ability, so we can do lots of healing as well, and that includes for the monsters as well, so that's quite nice. And then ambush is going to be the deployment type. And we are going to roll off this battle to see who wants to take what. So blue or red, as you can see there. So what we'll do now is get into a priority roll. So here we go. Let's see what we get. A 1 for me, and a 6. So well, if that sums up the rest of the battle, you're going to be all right, Al. So the Bone Splitters and Charlotte are going to get to choose sides here, and obviously choose whether they want to be blue or red. There we go. Because Al won the roll off, he chose to be red deployment, and I was blue. So Al got basically my hammer, which is here, which is actually my little guys to get the objectives. So that's a bit annoying. They're coming on round 2, and Al's good dog and totem here are coming on round 2 as well. Other than that, the 2 beasties are actually on round 1, as you can see. They're set up there already. My shield set up here with the sorceress in, and we got the prey taker at the front with the axe, and then over here Al's got his shield with Ugga, the other totem, who got a 4-inch deployment instead of 3, so that's why he's able to get a bit further forward. And then you got the Fang of Gork at the back there, and that is going to be it for deployment. These will come in round 2. Other than that, it's an initiative roll off. Okay, here we go. Initiative roll off. Untamed Beast / Beast of Chaos this game. Oh, only a double 2, and then I think that's actually 4 singles, but that is going to be probably initiative for me, depending on what you get. Go for it. Bone Splitters. And you get in triple 1, so you do... That goes to a triple 2 though if you use a Warg with Ugga, because he's got... he didn't lose that perishable in the last game, so you increase the value of all of his abilities by 1. But you are 1 less than me, so I'm going to have to choose my wild dice first, followed by you. Right, so wild dice, me and Al are both banking ours. Both chosen to bank them. I think it's because the genuine like dice that we've rolled already are pretty poor for both of us, to be honest, and Al's already got his triple, so he's happy with that for his Warg. So it's going to be my initiative though. I won it by 1, so it's going to be on to the Untamed Beasts, turn 1. Okay, the Gorgon's going to do his first action of 3. He's going to move 6, get himself slightly further up the board. He's being obviously like wound up by these sorcerers, and he's just literally raging towards the orc. So up he moves, and that's the first activation for the Untamed Beasts. So Warg in, yeah. Okay, there he goes.
It's only a triple 1, so it adds 1 to movement, but he gets, because of his artifact, he gets +1 to the value of abilities, so it's 2.
+2 to everyone.
Which will make my base movement 6.
And then Ugga has +1 move anyway, doesn't he? I believe,
yeah, so his will be...
so does the spear, I think. So.
His will be 7, so he can go total of 14 with a double move.
Yeah. So you can probably get him up to the top of the tower if you really want him to.
There
we go, he's right up on the top in the middle there with his 17 double move, was it, or 14 or something, 14 double move. 6 inches high, and he had 12-inch movement to get up there, so nice and easy for Ugga. He's just up on the top Wargin now. And utter chaos ensue. Alright, then next for me, for the Untamed Beast, the Gorgon is actually going to move up to the tower here, right into the edge there. That's going to be him done. So you're going with the totem. He's got his bonus movement for the Warg.
6 to climb up, which makes him 11, which means he's got 3 inches.
Get him across the edge a bit. Yeah, you can get him to there if you want. He's onto there. That's 2 up on the top for now. And here we go, it's going to be turn 3 for the Gorgon, after the totem got to the top there. And he is within 2 inches of Ugga across horizontally rather than vertically, because I'm going to spend my double 2, to use... It is
Monstrous Reach.
So basically with a monster you don't have to count the height for attacking someone, so you just measure horizontally from base to base. I've got 2-inch range as well with the attacks as opposed to your inch with the spider. So I'm going to attack into Ugga, and we're going to try and knock him off this thing with an attack action. I'll do a roll to see who he actually attacks here, because it could go for either here, to be honest, being in a rage. So it's either the totem or Ugga. Ugga's 1 to 3. And it is going to be the totem. So lucky Ugga right now, he's just swung his left arms around and into the totem. So it's going to be 5 attacks on 3s quite easily here.
Oh!
That's probably a dead totem and a chance to knock him off as well in the process. So the 2 crits alone there were 20 damage, and the totem's only got 15, I think. So the totem just got absolutely flung off the top of that, and he's decapitated. So we'll see if he does get flung off the top. Actually, it might just be that his body got cut in 2 on the top. On a 1, he would fall. Nope. So he just got decapitated on the top. It's just his legs standing on the platform now. But wow, that is the utter power of the monsters. But I mean, the Gorgon's bin now. So the spear's going to double move, or is it that's one move?
That's one move
because of
the warg.
So he's got himself.
And he's got
around the
plus
corner.
1 movement because of his upgrades during the campaign.
And
so
then got an action left to attack the Gorgon, I guess.
yeah.
That's going to be 3 attacks.
3 attacks, strength 5.
Toughness 4. Okay, so you're needing 3s. So you're going to be on 2 hits.
That's 4 damage.
4 damage. No, 6 damage with the spear. So that is 6 damage to the Gorgon, and then it's on to my activation again, but the Gorgon's had all 3 actions now, so it's on to my sorcerers and the Prey Taker. Prey Taker's going to move up to the bottom of the tower, and he's just going to stay there for now. You can't really do much else, because climb would only get him halfway up and then he'd drop, so I don't want that. So one move with the Arachnarok gets you into combat, because you've got 8 movement. There we go. With the Gorgon. Ouch. Okay, I'm going to actually go with the Great Brave Shaman. He's going to step back a bit here into the tree cover. I've got a plan with him later on. And then it's on to your next action with the Arachnarok. So the Arachnarok's now clashed, or Charlotte, she's clashed into the Gorgon, and she's going to get her attack action now. She's got 6 attacks. Strength 5, toughness 4, 6 attacks into the Gorgon.
Knocking down a peg.
That's a crit and 3 hits. Wow, so that was 23 damage with the Arachnarok. And until they get hurt, these monsters, they do put a lot of damage out. So there we go, 23 damage to the Gorgon, so he's going to be down a few brackets there, a couple of brackets. Sorceress Lord, she's going to do her move. She's going to move for 4, which will just get her basically in range of the spider. That's all I want there. Get her there, and then she'll fire her staff of lightning or whatever it is, probably at Charlotte, the spider. So 2 attacks on 5s going into Charlotte. Nothing there, unfortunately, for 10 yet. And then you got the last attack going on with Charlotte here, so go for it. Into the Gorgon.
No crits, hardly
no
any
crits,
hits.
so you only got 3 hits there. That's still 15 damage though, so it's really not too bad.
No.
So there we go. The Gorgon has suffered 44 damage in total this battle round. They are weaker than you think, these monsters, when you really get into them. He's got 6 health left, the Gorgon. The Charlotte has really done her stuff there, but you also caused 6 damage early with the spear, so that's probably not helped. But that is, I believe, this battle round done. That was all actions from the monsters, and all of the stuff on the battlefield has been. So we'll get into battle round 2 here, and we'll bring in reserves after our initiative roll. So the Beasts of Chaos, the Insane Beasts, are rolling first. They've got a double 4, a double 3. That's a bit better than last round already, because we've both got 2 wild dice to spend, but no quad for me there, able this round. Not even with the wild dice, so what's Al going to get? Are we going to get a quad this round? No. You got a double 1 and 4 singles, yeah. So you definitely get initiative, which isn't a bad thing this round. You've got initiative, that's pretty good, because the Gorgons take outable now. So I wouldn't complain too much about it. Right then, so going on to wild dice, Al had to choose his first. He's banked his other wild dice because it's kind of iffy with what you can do, but you've created a single to make sure that you definitely kept initiative, which I think was smart. Because I could have already done with initiative, so I don't blame you. Trip 4 for me, and a double 5. I spend both of the mine. I got double 3 as well, so I've got more ability dice this round. But you having initiative could be pretty massive here, because the Gorgon's on low health, and you probably want to get rid of him. So let's go on to battle round 2. We've got to bring in these reserves now. There we go. So that's the reserves coming in. Alan went first, obviously, with his. He's got Goodog and the totem coming in here. Is that totem Mork, I believe?
Yep.
And then you've got my 3 plains runners coming on this side, kind of spread out. They're not quite in combat yet there, but he's sneaking up behind my Great Brave Shaman. So we'll get ready now for battle round 2, and it's Bone Splitter's initiative. So spear, 3 attacks into the Gorgon.
Poke him right in the bum.
Yeah, strength 5, you only need 3s, and you need like 2 hits here. Yeah, you get 2 hits, he's dead. That's 6 damage. There we go, and then the spear's got 1 more action left, and he's got +1 movement as well, so don't forget that.
Just going to get to the base
Spear's
of the tower.
going to come to the base, there we go. He's coming around the bottom of the tower there, and he's going to stick in there for his second action, and then it is going to be on to Untamed Beasts, and they're about round 2. And so I'm going to choose to use the Great Brave Shaman. I'm going to spend my double, let's use the double 3. Let's use the double 3. So then I use the value of that ability to drag somebody within 14, which is definitely going to be Ugga on the tower. Can drag him 3, the value on the dice, which is 3 inches, towards the Great Brave Shaman. He's in a mindless devolve, 3-inch jump it counts as opposed to move. So I'm going to jump him down and he will land into combat with the Prey Taker as well, perfectly.
Ooh.
So that's going to be that.
Damage.
And then falling damage. Oh, you're okay, because it would have been on a 4, 5 or 6. So you do land into combat with my Prey Taker with a jump, but you know, at least you're going to be okay there. So then I'm going to do a lightning blast with my staff. He's angry, like Al said, that you've killed my Gorgon and his pet. So he's going to lightning blast Ugger, and it's going to be range 7, so I'm in range there and I'm not within minimum range. So it's going to be strength 3, toughness 4 for Ugger, so it's going to be 5s. Oh, I get a crit, and that's what you want with the lightning blast. And that there was 6 damage to Ugger, bringing him down a tad, taking him down a peg. So Charlotte's going to go with her first action, and you're going to spend a double.
Yeah, I'm going to spend a double.
Wall crawl, which means you get to ignore all terrain, etc. So you're just going to crawl straight over the tower, and 8 inches drops you right next to the tower there, so we're going to have to fit her in now. And there she is, she's dropped on the other side there, ignoring everything in her path. That's pretty cool, pretty nice thematic move. And then it's her first action, she's got 2 left, so I'm going to be going into my activation now. Okay, I'm going to activate the Prey Taker, and he's going to use some monster hunting ability here, probably with my triple. So Prey Taker is going to use Gutting Strike and attack the spider, Charlotte, since you dropped in combat with me. And for both attack actions this round, for my triple 4, he adds double the value of that ability to his critical hit rolls against the monster. So it's going to be +8 to each critical hit for each attack action made here. So there we go, it's going to be 3 attacks for the first attack action. Any crits add 8 damage. Come on, crits! I do. No, that's a poor start. Strength 4, toughness 4, so I need 4, so no hits at all. Could get a crit here though, could make all the difference. Oh, that's made up for it. So 2 crits but no hits. So we'll work that out. That's going to be nasty. So that was 24 damage from those 2 crits, and that's why it's worth doing that if you can pull off the crits, because that is 24, just under half her health down already now.
Twice.
So Totem's going to whack the Plains Runner, yeah?
Yep.
Which means, because you've got 3-inch range, even though you're not within an inch, you can attack me, so go for it. And you got a crit, and just a crit, because I think you're only strength 4, so 3s, because I'm only a Plains Runner.
Okay,
and
so that's
hitting a crit. 6 damage.
Total.
And then same again, yeah?
Yeah.
And that's going to be another 6 damage, I believe. So 2 each of those, for each of those, so that's 12 damage. That's that Plains Runner down. Right then, so it's going to be 10 yet. She's going to spend my double 5 to get Rush for +1 movement to her actions. So she's just going to get 5 movement. 10 gets her to the edge and up to the top quite comfortably. So she's going to sit there.
Oh dear.
Okay, then and then that's her done, and it's on to Bone Splitters. Good Dog's going to go. He's going to push through the trees, move into the Great British Shaman. And then you're going to get an attack action.
Yep.
4 dice then for your attack.
Strength 4.
Yep. Oh, brutal. That's definitely going through, because I'm only going to be toughness 4 with the Great Bread. Probably even toughness 3. I am toughness 4 actually, but yeah, it's
3, 6 damage.
He's got 25 health, the Great Bray, that did 15, so I'm on 10 health left with him. That was nasty by Good Dog. So we're going to get Plains Runners. They're going to go 5. Get into there and do an attack action into Ugger, or one of the Plains Runners. 3 attacks, strength 3, and it's gonna be 5 to hit, and I get 1 hit for damage. So 1 more damage on Ugger, and then it's onto your activation. You've got 2 actions left to make with the spider and Ugger to go. So Ugger's gonna go against the Plains Runner for an attack action, so go for it. And that's probably him gone, I'm guessing. So that's all
3
hits.
3 base.
3 base, so yeah, definitely that's the Plains Runner down. He goes, and then it's going to be second action for Ugger. Are you going to go into the Prey Taker, or...? So needing 4s here though against the Prey Taker because I'm toughness 4. You use 2 of your Destiny levels here though as well to reroll. You can reroll those 2 1s if you want, because you've got 2 Destiny levels. Nope. No. Okay, so he's used his reroll, so
that's 9 damage.
9 damage, so he's down to 6 health left, I believe. I'll do the Plains Runner. He'll actually move and do the same. He's going to go into Ugger here for an attack action for 3 dice on 5s. You get 1 hit again for a damage. Then you got 2 actions left with her. The Prey Taker's only got 1 health left, actually. They're only got 10 health each. So she's going to have to probably waste a whole action on him if you want to take him down. She's got 6 attacks. If you get a hit here, he's dead, so... Yeah, there we go. So he's definitely down. It was overkill, really, but you kind of needed it. So Prey Taker gets eviscerated. Then you got 1 action left with her, so it's up to you what you want to do there. So you're going to just shuffle forwards just into base contact with Ugga so that you're within an inch horizontally then of the sorceress, so that you can attack her next turn, 10 yet, if you use a double to reach. So at the end of that round, many more forces lost for the Untamed Beasts, a couple of Plains Runners, the Prey Taker, and of course, and more importantly, the Gorgon. I've caused a good bit of damage though to the Spider, so now we're going to be rolling off about round 3 and seeing what happens here. So the Untamed Beasts, here we go. I banked wild dice, Alan banked a dark wild dice, I didn't. But I do have a couple of doubles again there, so double 4, double 6, and 2 singles, that's a pretty good roll. And on to you, Al, go for it. You're getting a double 5, double 4, and near enough the same as me in 2 singles, so we've got to roll off here to see who has priority for initiative, because we've got the same number of singles. 2 for me, 4 for you, so that's going to be you deciding first, because you have initiative right now. Al had to choose his wild dice first. He made a 3 to make 3 singles and a triple 5 with his bank wild dice. So he's made sure that he kept initiative there, and then I've made a trip 6 with my wild dice, and I've already got a double 4. Into battle round 3, it's initiative for the Bone Splitters, which is going to be really important here. So Charlotte's going to go, and you're going to use your double to use reach, which means that she gets to, if you're within an inch, which is your engagement range, of a fighter vertically above you, so you just measure horizontal distance, which is definitely an inch there, if half an inch if anything, to then be able to attack 10 yat on top of the tower. So she's reaching up with her forelimbs and trying to stab at me on the top. Very Lord of the Rings that. So first attack action from her. She's got 6, but her damage is going to be weaker here.
No crits.
So 9 damage for the first attack, but no crits. And that's her action done, actually, isn't it? Sorry. So it's going to be... I'm going to activate the Great Bray, and I'm going to use Devolve with a double 4. And I'm going to drag the Spider 2 inches back that way, so that you're not within an inch vertically then of, horizontally of the Sorceress. So then I've pulled you to within 2 inches of my Shaman, and my other attack action, that's not my long range one, is 2 inch range, so I'm going to prod you with the end of my staff. And then this is going to be 3 attacks, strength 4, toughness 4 for you, yeah? Actually, I don't think it is strength 4, it is... Oh yeah, it is strength 4, well, because it's my close range attack, not my long range, so 4s it is. I get 2 hits, 2 damage, needing crits here really. Let's see if we can get any crits. Nope, so it's 4 damage overall. So going with Ugga, and you're going to use a Warg for your trip 5, which is actually a trip 6 because of that perishable that you still got.
Yeah.
The God Beast Totem. And then that means everybody's within 6 is going to get a 6-inch boost to their movement. It won't be good Og though, will it? Because he's not, he's an ally.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
But you can use it on the spear, which is the more important one.
Yeah.
So you're going to take a swing at the Plains Runner.
Yeah.
I think it probably is the best call. It's risky here, and you've used both your rerolls for Ugga as well, for the Destiny levels. Here he goes, 4 dice, you need 3s here. You need at least a crit and a hit, or 3 hits, I think, from 4 dice. It's going to be close. 3s.
No crits.
You get 3 hits.
Oh,
you get 3 hits. You're almost in Devolving there, so it's 9 damage, so it's just enough to take down the Plains Runner. Oh dear! This is a very close convergence, and you got an action left with Ugga. Okay, so it's going to be, you made this, the last move action, which you had 11 move because of your Warg, and +1 move for your trait, which means that you move to the edge of the tower, you've gotten up the side here, and you're into combat with 10 yet. Okay, I've just realised I was trying to look at my options, and 10 yet's the only one left actually, so she is going to have to activate unless she wants to wait, but she's just going to do both now. She's going to use a range 2 staff and go into Ugga, and I've got a trip 6 to be using, so I'm going to use that as her personal ability. She's going to use it on herself. So yeah, I'm going to use the demonic ability, which means I possess myself, and I'm able to, so I can choose somebody within 8 that's friendly, so I'm going to choose myself. Add 1 to my attacks characteristic and strength characteristic for the next attack action. So the first attack action for against Ugga is going to be 4 attacks, and it's going to be on 3s because I'm 1 higher than your toughness now. And a crit and 3 hits.
Oh
Nice.
dear.
So that's 7 damage to Ugga with the first attack action, and I got a crit, so on a 1 here, you could fall off. And then I've got an attack action left. Yeah, but this one's strength for 3 attacks because the bonus demonic possession only lasts 1 attack. So second attack on. Oh, that's all you need. 2 crits, that's 8 damage more. So he's alive, I think, on 2 health.
He's got 2 health left.
He's got 2 health left, but I could push you off again here. This could be pretty epic. So here we go. I got 2 crits, so it's just 1 roll on a 1. No, he still clings on his 2 health, and he's pretty hurt here. It's an epic clash at the top. And then it's on to the Bone Splitters, see what they want to do here. So yeah, Spear's already in base
in
contact.
1 move he can get up there.
1 move, get up to the top, and then you're within an inch of 10 yet to be able to attack her for the second action. So it's going to be the Tooth of Gork here. He's got to the top with 1 move because of the Warg that you got given earlier, so it's +6 move for him. 1 action got him to the top, attack action into 10 yet, see what you can do to her. Not much, so no crits, so you can't push her off, and she's on more than enough health to survive there. Okay. Good Dog's going to try and claim the Great Bray's head at the end here because I've got no activations left. And you get a crit and hit, which is, you need to get 10 damage here. 9 damage, 1 health left with the Great Bray. You've got an action left if you want to try and finish him. Claim the head, you do. Tear him to bits. Great Bray goes down. That is going to be it, I think, for the battle, because you've got no ability dice left, which means that you won't be able to reach up to 10 yet with the monster. They haven't got the movement, the totem or the spider to get up there and fight, so I think that is it at the end. I do have 10 yet left here, so you didn't quite wipe out my warband, but it was very close. So very well played out for that one, to be fair. I still put on the effort for that game, to be honest, so it's a good win. You didn't kill the leader, so that won't be a bonus point for that, and you won't get a bonus point for killing everything. But other than that, you've pretty much claimed all the points here, so... I mean, what we're going to do is Al isn't going to get the spider for every game, folks, just so that you know. It was more just claimed it from that last challenge battle, and then has kind of gone on to use it in this one just because I had an opponent monster for him to fight. But what we'll probably say is that because Al's going down into the mines, he'll probably leave the spider behind at this point, I reckon, and then we'll just go from there. But it was cool to have the monsters involved for a couple of games, I reckon, and then there will possibly be other challenge battles as we go on through the campaign, because we've got a few weeks left of the campaign, I think, and next week you're going to be going down into the mines, so that'll be interesting. And then
We'll be in the mines.
yeah, I wonder. But other than that, yeah, Ugga's stayed up there most of the game. I dragged him off with a bit of devolve, that was good fun, and the Gorgon got his stuff done before he went down, but I mean, they can be very weak, can't they, when you really go into them? Especially when a monster on full health goes into another, they don't last long. But it was nice to see that the spider did bits in that one. Charlotte was very well used by the Bone Splitters, the Fangs of Gorkamorka, and I think there might have to be some sort of a totem or bearer holding like a flag with her symbol on it or something from now on. But other than that, it's pretty much full-on victory for the Bone Splitters. They'll move forward on the campaign tracker now into the aftermath for this battle, so it's going to be pretty awesome here. Right then, let's get into some aftermath here, and then we'll kind of tidy away for today. But it's going to be deaths first, so as you can see, up above for us, sorry. It's going to be the totem is the only one that's died this game, and could possibly be slain for good. Which one is that, Gork?
Yeah.
Gork, so definitely level 3 for Gork?
2.
So ideally, obviously, you don't want to be losing fighters at this stage.
No.
And if the totems die, I'm leaving them dead as well. That's we're not going to bring back any totems, so because they're more kind of important characters, I guess, to be honest. Whereas the Fangs, I think we can fairly say that the Fangs would just get more people to hold the Fangs. So we'll see. We might bring back a different totem. I suppose it's enough losing Destiny levels, isn't it? But what we'll do is a 2d6. So if you roll onto there for me, I'll just see what you get. And 8. That is full recovery. So luckily the totem's all good. Totem of Gork is fine.
but you won't get to upgrade him this game. Glory points for this game, pretty good. You got a glory for taking part. You got, you didn't take down the leader. It's the only mod you didn't take down, unfortunately. Because we were counting 10 yet as the leader of this game, thematically. So 1/3 taken down, 2/3 taken down, that's 3 points. All fighters taken down you didn't get, but you did win the battle, so that's 8 glory points in total.
Wow.
So 8 plus 8 glory points, I think that's another territory for you probably.
41 total.
41, so that's 4 territories for you now. Nice. So that means you're on 1,200 points per battle, I think.
Yeah, well,
Nice.
I was on
Plus-
1150 for that one.
Yeah, so 1,200 per battle now with 4 territories, so that's awesome. And then you're going to be getting, let's have a look into, so you're going to be doing destiny levels now, so we'll sort out obviously for you guys the fighters that survive the battle and see if they gain any more destiny levels here, so it's going to be awesome. Okay then, so let's go on to upgrades. As you can see above us here, you'll be able to see the fighters that survived the battle. The Totem of Mork also survived the battle, but he's already destiny level 3, so we can't upgrade any further. I think the other 3 are only 1 or 2 destiny levels, so they can still keep upgrading if they get the dice.
Just the totem's already hench.
So Totem of Mork lived and can't upgrade any further. He's already buff as hell, so that's why he's not above us here. So other than that, you can start rolling now. So it's going to be on a single dice to see if you gain a destiny level. So we'll go Uga on a 5. Yes, he gets destiny level 3, I believe now. Nice. And then it's going to be on to Goodog. I think he's going for destiny level 2 here, maybe. Oh, he does. And the Tooth of Gork, that is, I believe. See what you get there. A 5, wow. So they're all upgrading, nice. You've been rolling well, actually, for the upgrades on Destiny levels, so there's another dice there for that one. So wow, they're all gaining a Destiny level. I think that is Goodog to level 2, the Tooth to level 2, and Uga to level 3, maybe? But I could be wrong.
Uga's now level 3. The Fang of Gork is now level 3.
Wow, so level 3 as well. Awesome.
And then
I
Goodog.
think Goodog's only 2.
2.
So the only one that wow. So that's 3 models you've now got at level 3. That means that those 2 for level 3 will get to choose on the table and upgrade, but you still need to roll to see what you get. So let's start with Uga, yeah?
Okay.
So wait, I'll grab you 2 dice. There we go. So 2 dice for me. We'll start with Uga, see what you get.
11, that sounds
And
bad.
11. Okay, let's have a look. Get my table out. 11 is...
You step in poo.
yeah. No, it's not an 11, is it? It's not a. That's for the lesser artifact. It's not. It's not a D20. It's not a D66. It's just a 2. So you just gain an upgrade from the table. But because you're level 3, you get to choose that upgrade, which is pretty awesome.
Okay.
So I'll take you to the upgrade table. That is what you're looking at. So Insatiable Warg, which is the one where you get to roll an extra D3 to make your movement to get into combat. You got Brutal but Cunning, Cunning but Brutal, My Precious, which is the 6 up to negate damage, which is quite nice, especially for your leader. The Buffer Bruise, where you get an extra inch deployment range, and Massive Headbutt is that really cool ability that's, I think only your totem's got it right now, so he doesn't really tend to use it. But on a double, you can use that once per game, it's quite handy, but up to you.
I think he will. And also he has to check his perishable, doesn't he?
Yes.
I think I will go for My Precious.
Ooh, okay. Interesting. So My Precious, you guys should have heard this one before. So some Bone Splitters will find a personal object or totem that resembles Gorkamorka to them personally. Excuse me. Yep. And then and they believe that it makes them stronger. Sometimes they will even be seen sitting and staring at it and muttering random nonsense to themselves in true orc fashion. But it empowers him, and he'll get to ignore each damage on a 6 up now, so that's pretty awesome. Thinking about that, actually, I'm not sure whether the totem that died this game would have got 6 ups to ignore, because it wasn't that your level 3 one. Possibly might have been. Need to be remembering these abilities. So it's going to be on to Goodog. Let's see what he gets on a double roll. That's an 8. which is going to be my other table. And 8 is fighter can get +3 to his wounds characteristic, or gain an upgrade from the upgrade table. So you have to choose either of those because he's not level 3, he's level 2. So it's either +3 wounds characteristic or choose from the roll on the table.
I think I'll go for the +3 wounds.
+3 wounds, and then it's going to be... Well, that's a good point as well. Then Ugga would have been +3 wounds this battle, I believe. I think he had that, didn't he? Was it move?
Yes, he does.
He has +3 wounds.
Yeah.
So Ugga would technically have had 5 health left this game, actually, so we'll have to keep an eye on these things. But it's going to be on to the Tooth of Gork, who gets to choose both of whatever he rolls. Oh, a 9. 9 is the same, actually. It's close to the next one, but you need an 11 or 12 to get the other two. It's a lot harder to get those. But yeah, you get +3 wounds, and you get to choose one from the table. So he gets +3 wounds anyway, the Tooth of Gork. And then it's going to be choose from the table. You've already got the +D3 move to get into combat with him, which is the Insatiable Warg. So the Tooth of Gork will now get to choose from the table. Same choices again, really. So ignore the damage. He's got quite a lot of health anyway. And you've just gained 3 wounds as well. So maybe not my precious for that one.
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe the Buffer Brew.
Deployment or the Buffer Brew.
I quite like the Buffer Brew.
Or Massive Headbutt for that extra ability is quite funny as well.
Depends
what you're going to remember
yeah.
to be able to use. As the campaign goes on, it'll be harder to remember these things, but it's more for fun, to be fair. So
I'll take the Buffer Brew.
Buffer Brew, so he's getting an extra inch deployment to 4 inches instead of 3 now, so that's pretty awesome. And that is the upgrades. Do you want to roll a lesser artifact for me, Al? So that's then done. We'll use the red as the 10. Rolling in front again there for me.
44.
44. Oh, actually, can you also roll me on a 4-up to see if Ugga keeps his God Beast totem? You do, so he keeps it still. It's a perishable, so he's still got +1 to the values of his abilities.
That's good.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
Keeps hold of that, and then you got a 44.
Yeah.
Which means you get the Iron Soaked Seed. This is an enchanted seed of mighty iron oak tree. When split open, it releases a sap that swiftly hardens into an all but impenetrable shell. So it's a consumable, which means you can only use it once. The bearer can use this lesser artifact as an action. If they do so, add 1 to the toughness characteristic of the bearer until the end of the battle. Interesting. That's consumable, so as soon as you use it at the beginning of the battle, it'll last that whole battle, but then that's it. That could be useful. Who are you going to give it to? Can't give it to Ugga, can't give it to an ally. But you can give it to anyone else.
I think maybe to Grug Snakebane.
Grug Snakebane. Yeah, cool. So one of you boys, Grug didn't play this battle, didn't fight in this battle, so he's going to take it, which means he can take an action to up his toughness by 1 until the end of the battle. Interesting, so he gets the Iron Soaked Seed. Other than that, folks, thanks very much for watching the exclusive vid this week. And other than that, it's going to be on to next week. Like I say, we're going to be going into the mines. After this report, the Triumph and Treachery game will be up for Halloween special as well, which, just going to say this now for you members actually, the Triumph and Treachery game will be slightly out of sequence because we've got the mines battle, which will be the next episode. Then let me have a rig my brain here, episode 10 will be the Triumph and Treachery game. So technically the Halloween special, due to timing, might go up before episode 9, but it won't really matter story-wise, it's more of a fun game, Triumph and Treachery anyway. But what we will do is in episode 11, we will go over Al's upgrades and things from the Triumph and Treachery game, because I'm still going to give you upgrades and things from that one. Yeah, we'll really, really look forward to that. Then all that's left to say now is... Warg! Hi there, thank you for watching the video, I hope you enjoyed it. Please do make sure you are subscribed to the channel and make sure to hit the notification bell. Also throw us a like on the video and leave us a comment down below. Finally, if you would care to support the long-term progress and stability of the channel, please sign up to become a Patreon member in the link below the video for as little as $3 per month, just like the amazing people to the left of me. You will gain access to many different benefits, but you will also be making sure that we can still put out videos for the foreseeable future. Thanks for watching, and you can check out more of the videos here, right on our channel. Everything skirmish. But until next time, happy skirmishing, guys.